My first guest was born within the sound of Bow Bells. He is a Cockney man. 30 years ago, he crawled out of the maggot-ridden cesspit that is the East End of London to become Britain's most colourful boxing and entertainments promoter. He spends all day on the dog and bone phone. He's about to come down these apples and pears stairs. I'm sure we're going to have a great bowler hat chat. So please welcome a very special antique Edwardian tea chest guest. That last one was mine. 2 years ago, he was cleared of garrotting a nightclub owner in Leicester Square. Please welcome Terry Norton. Ah, nice whistle. Whistle and toot, suit.
Flute.
Sorry?
Whistle and flute.
Yeah, right, whatever. Knowing me, Alan Partridge, knowing you, Terry Norton. Aha.
Aha.
Now, Terry, sport. You have managed boxers, wrestlers, snooker players, bowling, crown, green and 10-pin. That didn't work. But you first made your name way back in the 70s with that fabulous champion boxer, Billy O'Rourke.
Billy the Blitz O'Rourke.
Billy the Blitz. Why did they call him the Blitz?
Because when he came at you, it was like a blitzkrieg.
You're going to say that again. What, was he German?
No, he's London Irish, out of Kilburn.
But he could take a punch, couldn't he, eh? At the end of some of those fights, he looked like a blooming cauliflower.
And the other geezer looked like mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Billy the Blitz O'Rourke. Sadly, of course, no longer with us.
Oh, Billy's still alive.
Well, technically. Now, Terry, you come from a very humble background, but now you mix with the great and the good. You're a little Cockney whelk sitting on a plate of oysters. Do you ever sort of think to yourself, how did I get here on top of this plate of oysters?
Well, of course I do, Alan. I mean, it's a combination of determination, perseverance, and a good head of business.
Of course, and if I may say so, we're a little bit of blooming luck. Is that fair?
Yeah, well, you know, if you like, yeah. Now, you and me, Ono, we're the same. Now, we're two working-class boys, no education, no qualifications. But through sheer determination, we have made it to the top of the tree.
Well, I've got to pick up on a couple of points there. I did go to East Anglia Polytechnic, and I've got a couple of pretty good A-levels.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know, and very quickly, as regards working class, my parents did own their own home, and we holidayed now and again in Spain, so I don't think that's quite right. But I imagine you know Spain quite well, what with all your connections.
Yeah, I've got a villa out there. It's cut into the cliff, overlooking the Med, blinding.
Lovely. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Just in case.
Just in case what?
You know, just in case you need to go on holiday, quickly.
I think you're leading me down a dark alley.
The last place I'd like to be with you is down a dark alley.
Why is that?
Sorry?
Why is that?
I just wouldn't. Now, Terry, you've promoted boxing, snooker, bowling, crown green and 10-pin. That didn't work. But now you're launching a new promotion next month. Tell us about that.
That's right, yes. I'm bringing back the beauty contest because times may change, fashion, whatever, but people will always want to look at lovely ladies. Now, that is from the 20th century right back to the ancient Greeks.
Aristotle Onassis.
Exactly. I mean, whatever the women's libbers may say, Germaine Greer, Esther Ransom...
That lot, yeah.
You can't change human nature.
You can't, Terry, but I'll tell you something. I used to support the women's libbers.
Really?
When they said, burn your bras.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a bit of stick from that. A loony left, you know, but who cares?
Absolutely. Listen, you cannot say anything these days, Terry. I tell you, a couple of months ago, I was commentating a football match with the Cameroons. Yeah. I made a harmless remark about a rain dance. Yeah. Right. What happens? I get hauled over the coals. Not literally. I imagine that's the kind of thing the Cameroons do. Well, so I'll probably get in trouble for that now, you know. Please, please, don't write in saying that's racist. It's not.
It doesn't matter what they say, because next month, live on Sky Television, it's Miss Great Britain, and there's nothing can spoil that feast.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to eat some of that feast later, because Terry has very kindly cooked up a tray of lady vol au vents, if you will, which I will be eating or comparing later in tonight's show. What I mean is that tonight on this programme, I will be master of ceremonies for the final heat of, and it's my hometown, Miss Norwich. Yeah. Now, Terry. Murderer! You killed my son! That was what the mother of the garrotted nightclub owner of Leicester Square said to you as you left court, having been cleared of the murder of her son, her only son, the garrotted nightclub owner of Leicester Square. Did those words hurt?
Well, of course. Yes, I was in Leicester Square that night, but as was proved in court, I was hailing a cab at the time it happened. Absolutely.
Well, we've now got a reconstruction of that night using professional actors, some of whom have appeared in The Bill and Minder. Now, Terry, that night in Leicester Square, was it something like this?
Taxi!
Is that how it was?
Well, yeah, more or less, yeah.
Right, because at the time, there were some people who said it happened like this.
Taxi!
That's how it didn't happen.
What's that?
That was how it didn't happen.
No. That is a couple of ponces mincing about talking rubbish.
Touched a nerve there, intriguing.
I could have gone down by this. It was dealt with by the law courts. The matter is finished, it's over, it's dead and buried.
Rather like the garrotted...
I don't muck about it. You're getting out of your depth, Alan. People get out of their depth, they end up drowning.
Just calm down, it's just a chat show.
Do you want to get involved? Do you want to get involved in this world? Nightclub owners in Leicester Square get garroted, I'm only here in the boat, because if you want to get involved, I'll get you involved, son. You want to get sucked in, I'll suck you in. I'll suck you in so far you get blown out the other side. And wipe that soppy look up your gormless face. Do you want to get sucked in?
I don't want to get sucked in.
Well, then you tell these ladies and gentlemen what that was all about.
There was a couple of ponces mincing about talking rubbish.
Thank you. Now, are we going to have a beauty contest or what?
Beauty contest, please.
Thank you.
I'll see you later for that. Thank you for that nice chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Norton, an innocent man.